is Francis Atwoli in this country politically speaking?
Uhuru Kenyatta asiwe mwoga. Anaweza kutoa presidential directive asimamishe all campaigns in the country. Na kama yeye anaogopa deputy yake, aniwachie mimi. Aniwachie. Yes. 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 Kama anamuogopa deputy yake, let him hand him over to me. Yes. Aone kile kilichofanya punda ismee pembe.
And why is Francis Atwoli such a powerful individual? When Francis Atwoli speaks, he speaks with a lot of authority. As a matter of fact, Atwoli is on record stating that he's the third in command in this country. Why is Atwoli such a powerful individual in this country?
Mimi kama elda wenu nataka kumhakikishia na wakilisha zaidi ya wafanyikazi milioni 4 katika Kenya peke yake. 4 million ambao ni members wa Central Organization of Trade Unions. Kwa ile meza ya kutafuta mtu atakayechukua kutoka kwa Uhuru, Francis Atwoli atakaa kwa hiyo meza. I will be there.
Yes.
I will be there.
Yes.
Na ninataka wakina Alfred Agoi wanisaidie kwa kumarket Mudavadi, ili wakati mimi nimeketi kwa hiyo meza kwa ajili tutakuwa makabila wengi. Nauliza hao wengine, mnasema huyu na huyu wetu ndio number 1. Mnataka kuacha huyu kwa nini? Ilikuwa nasema mambo.
Last week, for example, there was drama in Nairobi. The governor and Francis Atwoli launched a road, actually renamed a road, the Duke Road, to Francis Atwoli Road. And they presided over the event during the day. And at night, some individuals went and pulled down that road. Why was that road pulled down? Why was the signage to that road pulled down? Because the fact of the matter is that personally I don't see anything wrong with the road being renamed Francis Atwoli. The members of the county assemblies of Nairobi, in their own wisdom, decided to rename Accra Road to Kenneth Matiba Road. And then the next week they decided to rename that particular road to Francis Atwoli Road. So which means they just followed the right channel. But why is the renaming of that road to Francis Atwoli generating heat? It boils down to the fact that Francis Atwoli is a very powerful individual in this country, and anything about Atwoli invokes reaction of equal measure. Those who love Atwoli will love him, those who hate him will hate him. But there's also one factor which we have to look at. Francis Atwoli's factor in Raila Odinga and President Uhuru Kenyatta's politics. So in this video today, I want us to look at the reasons why Francis Atwoli is actually playing a key role around President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga's politics. But before we do that, if you're watching this channel for the first time, I want you to take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. Now let us get back to business. We all know Francis Atwoli. He's the Kotu Secretary General, a very powerful individual in this country. But Francis Atwoli is attracting hate and love in equal measure. But around President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga, Francis Atwoli is playing a key role. Before the last general election, President Uhuru Kenyatta never even used to attend the Labor Day celebrations. But after the handshake, President Uhuru Kenyatta has attended almost all Labor Day celebrations in this country. What really changed? And why is Atwoli so powerful individual around the president and Raila Odinga? In my considered opinion, Francis Atwoli is powerful around these individuals for 3 reasons or 4 reasons. Number 1 is resources. Francis Atwoli has resources. He has money. And don't be cheated. Money and resources plays a key role in politics. Nobody would want to associate with someone who doesn't have resources. For example, Francis Atwoli has been hosting several meetings, strategy meetings, at his home in Kajiado. You can't host such meetings if you don't have resources. Anytime you host such high-level meetings, probably there's a chopper transporting these guys, probably there's food, probably there's maybe even facilitation. I'm not ruling out. Atwoli has hosted Luhya leaders, elected leaders, all of them, at his residence in Kajiado. You can't do that without resources. And because Atwoli has resources, he's attracted or is attractive to the leadership of this country. Even William Ruto would not associate with you if you don't have money. Raila Odinga would easily associate with you if you have money. Even President Uhuru Kenyatta, because money speaks. Don't be cheated that you are a hustler there, that you can be close to Ruto or you can be close to Raila Odinga. No, it has to be money. There's something you are bringing to the table. If it's not resources, then there is something special which these guys lack, which you are bringing to the table. There are certain politicians who are very good in this country, but because they don't have resources, they can't be recognized. When a meeting is to be held, for example, in Western Kenya, of all Luhya leaders in Bukungu Stadium, someone like Atwoli can easily sponsor such events because they have resources. And because they can easily sponsor such events, it means they can do errands for President Uhuru Kenyatta. They can do errands for Raila Odinga. So Francis Atwoli is powerful because of his resources. That's number one. Number two is the Western Kenya politics. Francis Atwoli is playing a key role for the president and Raila Odinga in terms of Western Kenya politics. Who is the leader of the Western Kenya region? You would tell me Musalia Mudavadi. Who installed Musalia Mudavadi as the Luhya leader? It was Francis Atwoli. Do you think without Francis Atwoli, the Luhya leadership would be there? I'm just asking, maybe I could be wrong, but I tend to think that Francis Atwoli has played a key role in trying to unite the Luhya nation and actually uniting them for President Uhuru Kenyatta and for Raila Odinga. And that's why at some point, Francis Atwoli was very clear that he will no longer support Musalia Mudavadi again. So the truth of the matter is that when it comes to the Luhya politics, Francis Atwoli is the key guy for President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga.
Mluhya pana iko divided. 2016, 1 million walikuja kudisikiza Buhungu. Na this time, kila constituency nitasoma majina. Na nitakuwa kwa air. Paka kwa governor, and those will be the people Luhya will elect. Sasa nataka kujua kama yeye iko na nguvu ama ni nani atakuwa na nguvu hapo. Hata governor. Yule nitamention ndiye atakuwa governor wa Kakamega. Naongea mbele ya kanisa ya Mungu, mbele ya kila mtu. Sasa mtu asiseme Luhyas are divided. Ni leaders kwa ajili ya njaa. Wengine usubuhi wanaraukia Surugoi. Akiambia wale wanaenda huko, ukitaka nikupe mimi nataka kuona underwear yako. Anatoa suruali haraka sana ndio Ruto ampe pesa.
The third reason why he's powerful around the president and around Raila Odinga is the KOTU factor. Atwoli is the Secretary General of KOTU. When was Atwoli elected the Secretary General of KOTU? In 2001. So which means Atwoli has served in KOTU for 20 good years. What does that mean? Very simple thing. It means Atwoli has a lot of influence in KOTU. This year, KOTU conducted election and Atwoli was elected unopposed. The membership of KOTU alone in this country is 1.5 million. That's the membership. So it means if your father is a member of KOTU, then you can figure out the trickle-down effect. So which means Atwoli has a lot of influence owns so many people. That's why he always refers to himself as the third in command. 1.5 million Kenyans, trade unions, who are members of trade unions. These are guys who are working. It's a serious thing. And because politics is about perceived numbers, you can hate Francis Atwoli there. But deep down, you know this guy has some numbers which influence. Assuming Francis Atwoli can only influence out of 1.5 million, he can influence 1 million of them to vote in a particular way. Or he can influence them to down their tools. The impact would be huge. And remember, KOTU is actually an umbrella body of trade unions in this country. How many trade unions do we have? We have close to 50 trade unions in this country. That makes Francis Atwoli a very powerful individual. If, for example, the NAT alone, NAT Secretary General, is a very powerful individual. If, for example, the COPET guy is a very powerful individual, what of their umbrella body, KOTU? And this is why even Ruto would wish to control KOTU. He would wish to remove Atwoli. At some point after they won in the first term, they made attempts to remove Francis Atwoli, but they never succeeded because they wanted to control KOTU. Number 4, I think, is Francis Atwoli's fearless character. Now, let's face it, Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga fell out with the deputy president. Uhuru cannot attack William Ruto. Raila cannot attack William Ruto directly. But Francis Atwoli has been doing that. Atwoli has been doing that, in my considered opinion, on the basis of whatever they discuss with the top principles. Otherwise, there are certain things Atwoli is saying in this country which you would not say without the support of the president, or even without the support of Raila Odinga.
People are talking of digital economy, blue economy, smart economy. Tusielekeze watoto wetu kwa mambo ya zamani. The world is changing fast and we need. Na tunapeleka watoto kwa shule, na unataka mtoto yako akitoka kwa shule afunge tai. Yes! Yes! Rais, hii document nataka kuambia pamoja ukiwa na ndugu yako. Musitishwe! Musitishwe! Leteni tuende kwa referendum. We are the majority. We are the people. We are there. We will get it. Usubuhi saina itakuwa imepita. Musitishwe!
And lastly, the handshake. If you look at the relationship between President Uhuru Kenyatta, Raila Odinga, and Francis Atwoli, it began more strongly after the handshake. I know they've been friends, but that friendship became stronger after the handshake. The question is there a chance that Francis Atwoli actually played a key role during the handshake? Remember, President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga have never told us the details about the handshake. What they've told us was that there was a mutual friend to both of them who brokered this handshake. Is there a chance that that individual was actually Francis Atwoli? And if that person was not Francis Atwoli, then what role did Francis Atwoli play? Because you all remember, before the handshake, Francis Atwoli had actually started calling these two gentlemen to come together, to sit down and talk. Because according to Francis Atwoli by that time, the people who were suffering the most were the workers. Because workers were not able to go to work. Everything was at a standstill, and he needed workers to go to work. So probably, I'm not ruling out the possibility that Atwoli was part of the initial team which brokered this handshake. And that's why he's been very protective of the handshake. I also believe that because of that handshake, that's why Atwoli has managed to win easily without even an opponent. Were it not for the handshake, I'm sure someone would have sponsored someone to contest against Atwoli. But that has not happened. I don't know what you think, but I think Francis Atwoli is a very powerful individual around the president. Thank you guys, and please may you have a good day.